Quang Tri. The people, the struggle, the pride, journey through their tears and triumphs. Memories linger, veterans lost, but not forgotten. The wretched scars of history.
Here we are at the Lao Bao prison. Established in 1908 by the French, it was actually a prison designed for political prisoners. The Yok Miu military base. This is evidence of its falling of the nation of America around the year 1972.
Behold the forces against them. Fierce, yet now silent. Snapshots from the past. Walk in their forgotten footsteps. Go deep into the world that shaped them. Discover a trail of conflict and courage, ruin and resolve along the DMZ.
Welcome to Vietnam Discovery!
The Ho Chi Minh Trail is a path of determination of the people of Vietnam. From 1959 to 1975, the Ho Chi Minh Trail was full of activity, moving over 2 million soldiers and officers in and out, and more than 1 million tons of goods to the battlefields of the South. Support came in many forms for the Vietnamese soldiers, but commonly heard was eat well, fight well. The sad, tragic thoughts of history fade, however, as I marvel at the nature surrounding me. The land once soaked with the sweat and blood of countless heroes and martyrs is now reclaimed by these gorgeous natural jungles.
Man, this time of the year is just so lovely. It's just a symphony of different flowers, smells, looks, and colors. Here in this case, we have the Asian privet flower, which is really prominent out here in this area and really paints the roads and all of the pathways out here with this beautiful white color.
As I continue my journey, I keep my eyes and ears open, hoping to uncover the secrets these mountains tell, as I know their silent slopes are holding countless stories. The winding paths reveal breathtaking views of colorful nature and endless rolling hills, offering a unique perspective on the care and appreciation of the land by all of its people.
Wow. While pedaling up here on the Ho Chi Minh Trail, I stumbled across the Chung Shan Forest. And I gotta say, I fell in love with it. I mean, just see for yourself. It's so colorful. We've got these pink and purple flowers, and of course the whites and the greens and the reds, you name it. It is just beautiful. And of course we've got the rolling hills and all of the clouds. Oh, it's truly a sight to behold.
My first destination is the Lao Bao prison. Located in the town of Lao Bao, in the Huang Hoa district. In the early years of the 19th century, the prisoners knew all who pass are going into the gates of hell.
It was actually one of the top 5 largest prisons in the entire Vietnam at the time.
This window was the only source of light and air during all those years in captivity.
So this section right here of the prison was used to house political prisoners, and of course focused on solitary confinement. It really breaks my heart, you know, it's a really sad reminder of the conditions those poor folks had to face for many years.
Despite the worst of the hardships, the most patriotic Vietnamese soldiers still never surrendered to the enemy. Huong Hoa is a land of many well-known historical sites, each showing a different aspect of this intense struggle. Following the Geneva Accords, Vietnam was temporarily divided into North and South. In the Quang Tri province, the United States established a defensive line along Road 9, comprising strongholds such as Ta Khong, Lang Vai, and Khe Sanh. The construction of the McNamara electronic barrier south of the Ben Hai River was intended to stifle supply routes.
Wow, the C-130 Hercules, an iconic plane that was used extensively throughout this entire area back in the 60s. Used for troop transport and, of course, supplies, anything, you name it. But of course, it has a special ability that's able to take off from grass runways and useful out in rural areas here like this.
This transformed Khe Sanh from a remote, quiet area into a heavily fortified and critical theater of this war. Touching these cold metal shells is a reminder of the overwhelming firepower of Huey's C-130s, B-52s. A real highlight of my visit has been the opportunity to meet Mr. Min, the esteemed director of the Ta Khon Airport Relic Site. As a historian and an expert, he's got a deep understanding of the local history and the significant events that unfolded here.
Khi đến đây, quân đội Mỹ tuy rằng đánh giá rất cao vị trí, nhưng mà nhiều nhà phân tích người ta là không muốn đưa quân đến đây. Thì người ta có 3 cái nguyên nhân cơ bản. Trước hết, cái vị trí này nó rất quan trọng, nhưng mà quan trọng đối với phía thủy quân lục chiến thì chắc cũng sẽ quan trọng với phía quân giải phóng. Cái thứ hai, nó quan trọng, nó đắc địa nhưng nó lại nằm trong một cái thung lũng xa xôi, địa hình khá phức tạp, khí hậu không ổn định. Và chính vì cái điều này nó rất tốt cho lối chiến tranh du kích mà quân giải phóng là bậc thầy trong cái lối chiến tranh này. Cái nguyên nhân thứ ba là xét về tổng quan thì cái Khe Sanh nó giống với Điện Biên Phủ của Pháp năm 1954. Và 3 cái nguyên nhân đó cho nên quân đội Mỹ không nên đến khu vực Khe Sanh. Nhưng mà Tổng chỉ huy trưởng quân đội Mỹ thời điểm đó ở miền Nam Việt Nam, Đại tướng Westmoreland bảo rằng nếu như không đến Khe Sanh, tức là mở cửa cho quân giải phóng tiến thẳng vào Nam. Và vì họ biết rằng cái sự tương đồng giữa Khe Sanh và Điện Biên Phủ, cho nên họ tin rằng Khe Sanh sẽ là một cái Điện Biên Phủ đảo ngược. Họ tin rằng với cái sức mạnh phi pháo kết hợp bằng lối chiến tranh tổng lực thì họ có thể giữ được cái căn cứ Khe Sanh. Ở miền Nam Việt Nam,
What struck me the most during this visit is the cluster of strongholds at Khe Sanh was designed to be invincible, with the total troop strength exceeding 45,000, including 28,000 U.S. troops. This was a massive concentration of power. This substantial deployment was one of the spotlights of the McNamara line.
It was one of the largest projects trying to build this automated electronic system that included sound sensors, visual sensors, and heat sensors. Extraordinarily sophisticated and a huge project, but despite its many years, it ultimately proved to be ineffective.
The Vietnamese people used many creative strategies to disrupt and ultimately break the electronic features of the McNamara line. Items left behind by American forces were reused against them, along with even live animals like frogs and rats.
Thì người ta có thể là dùng chuột để treo vào lông, rồi dùng lông, đồ hộp, rồi bi đông, nói chung các cái loài mà chim loài ấy, có tiếng động. Để khi anh phát tiếng động lên thì người ta nghĩ rằng là ở đó vẫn có là quân giải phóng, nhưng thực chất đó không phải. Tạo tiếng động để cho máy thu vào, nó bảo vệ cái trung tâm ở Đà Nẵng và trung tâm Bangkok. Thế như vậy là có cái tiếng động ở đây, cho nên là phải huy động lực lượng máy bay trinh sát để xem thử là như thế nào. Và sau đó nếu có thì nó sẽ dùng bom đạn thả. Mình tạo ra những cái tiếng động ở trên cái tuyến đó để làm cho địch nó phân tán cái lực lượng.
And sad to say that tens of thousands of people lost their lives throughout those battles and throughout that time until it was ultimately liberated. This monument does an incredible job illustrating the battle and the struggles that took place over 170 days, ultimately resulting in the victory of the Vietnamese people over the American forces.
Along with the Ta Khon Airport, the Doc Miu area was once used as an American military base, which is located in the Ya Lin district in the Quang Tri province.
Right across the street here, we actually have the Veterans Memorial Cemetery that's dedicated to those fallen in the war on the Vietnam side. And this military base actually still has one of the best preserved tanks. The Doc Miu area here was actually one of the key points on the McNamara line. And when it fell back in 1972, it really spelled the end for American forces in the area and ultimately victory for Vietnam.
The mighty machines failing to subdue a people fighting for their homeland, who against all odds forged their own destiny.
It really is a magical experience getting a chance to feel that history.
During the harrowing years of the resistance war against American forces, the district of Vinh Linh found itself on the front lines, serving as a critical artery for supplying the southern battlefields. Between 1965 and 1972, Vinh Linh endured a relentless campaign of aerial bombardment and subjected to an astonishing 500,000 tons of explosives over those 7 years. The scale of this devastation all those years ago is difficult to comprehend as I look out on these beautiful jungles, transforming the landscape once scarred by conflict. Far from succumbing to the destruction, they embarked on an unparalleled feat of engineering and survival, the construction of an extensive underground network. Despite the constant threat of bombings, the determined people of Vinh Linh put in over 18,000 workdays, meticulously excavating over 6,000 cubic meters of soil and rock by hand. The very soil became a shield, and their collective will a force stronger than any bomb. This monumental undertaking allowed them to establish an underground community, all while the earth above them trembled. This hidden world below my feet of the Vinh Moc tunnels is a chapter that speaks volumes about humanity's capacity to create life and meaning, the perseverance of the Vietnamese people.
So I'm now here at the entrance number 3 of the Vinh Moc tunnel system. And I've got to say, I love exploring tunnels here like this. I believe that throughout the world, Vietnam is very unique in their construction system, and there's so many details that I absolutely have got to check out for myself. Wow. I really believe that this whole tunnel system here is just a testament to the ingenuity and the willpower of the Vietnamese people in the area. And of course, the construction itself is just fascinating, a marvel of engineering. But this place down here was actually used to house countless people. I would say around 60 families or so. And they managed to have like eating areas, hospitals, maternity wards, and of course apartments for the individual people. I look forward to exploring each of these rooms one by one for myself and actually finding out the mysteries of the whole tunnel system.
What really amazes me is that through all these years, no villagers lost their lives. In fact, they thrived and raised families as 17 babies were born right here underground. Take a moment and imagine raising your own child here.
Now we're about to head down to a deeper level here yet. Well, it's definitely getting exciting now as we start heading lower and lower. The whole tunnel system out here actually has 3 layers, and we're going to be going down to the bottommost level here eventually. But yeah, one thing that really jumps out to me is that this type of dirt and this soil out here is really well suited for digging, and it actually stays hard, firm, and strong, standing the test of time. But yeah, let's keep exploring.
It's so hard to envision what life would have been like down here day to day. Fear and hopelessness amidst all the bombings. Contrast all that with the joy they surely felt as they step out into the sunshine after 7 years.
Wow, is that ever a refreshing change? I love seeing the tunnels, but it's great being out in the real world here like this. This is one of the 7 entrances that go to and from the ocean. And here in this case, we get a chance to actually see the jungle, hear the waves crashing. And I believe that it's very interesting that all of these tunnels here around the area are able to... Whew! Oh man, okay, all right, and that's part of the magic here too, I figure. Yeah, but nevertheless, want to get a chance to check out a few of these other tunnels out here that are all facing the ocean. But yeah, got a lot more to explore.
Each sparkling wave is a sign of new beginnings. The air itself sings with the sweetness of triumph, a truly poetic dawn after a prolonged night. My experience at the Vinh Moc tunnels will be imprinted into my soul for life. Here amidst the serene beauty of Cua Viet, the DMZ still subtly rings with the destructive history that shaped this coastal region. One can still discover and check out some of these artifacts if you know where to look.
Ooh, man. Looks like one heck of a collection of stuff out here. Man, I absolutely love checking out like old museums, collectors, and military supplies. I'm sure there's a lot of treasures that I can uncover here. Let's do it.
Xin chào.
All right, xin chào. Yeah. Yeah, em tên Bảo.
Bạn tên Bảo.
Yeah, anh tên gì?
Là Ngô Duy Duyệt.
Okay, Duyệt. Yeah, bà Duyệt đã sống ở đây lâu. Yeah, phải không?
Tớ đến đây được 4 năm để làm cái bộ sưu tập trưng bày kỷ vật chiến tranh này.
Anh đã tìm gặp ở đâu?
Tôi sưu tập mua khắp nơi trong cái tỉnh Quảng Trị này. Hàng kỷ vật chiến tranh của mình sưu tập được tầm 2.000 món. Thì tất cả mọi cái đều không nguy hại, chỉ là những kỷ vật chiến tranh thôi. Đây là những quả bom xăng của quân đội Mỹ thả xuống ở chiến trường Việt Nam.
Thú vị. Yeah, và có lẽ đến từ khoảng nhà 1968, nhà 1970
Đúng rồi, nó trước năm 68. Cái này thả xuống ở chiến trường của biên giới Việt Lào. Cái này tôi mua sưu tập được ở biên giới Việt Lào đưa về Việt Nam.
Ok. Và
Còn đây là dù của pháo sáng, pháo hiệu. Cái này pháo hiệu của người lính Mỹ. Dù nhỏ. Cái này sử dụng đây, thục vào cái nó bay lên, nó ra hiệu đấy.
Wow, thú vị.
Còn đây là những quả rocket ở trên máy bay MiG-21 của Nga, hàng viện trợ cho Việt Nam. Dụng cụ này là để người lính Mỹ hành quân. Đây là bình nước, đây là dao lê, ở đây cái đồ làm công sự đấy, công binh đấy. Đây là toàn là những cái đồ dụng cụ bộ đàm, thông tin của người lính giữa hai phía, bên Việt Nam Cộng Hòa và bên người lính Việt Nam. Còn đây là cái áo giáp áo giáp này là chống đạn đấy. Đấy, bàn xích lên thử xem. Đấy, nó rất nặng đấy. Đấy.
Oh, yeah.
4 kg đấy, hơn 4 kg đấy.
Có nhiều thẻ bài ở đây đến từ Hàn Quốc và Mỹ, phải không?
Đúng rồi. Đây là những cái thẻ bài của người lính Mỹ tự trần tại Việt Nam. Và mình sưu tập được những nhà nhân đạo á, người Mỹ đi tìm những người lính Mỹ tự trần tại Việt Nam á, là mình có tặng cho họ hết hơn 30 cái.
Dạ Quang, 5 năm trước chúng tôi đã tìm một thẻ và mình đã đi tìm hiểu và tìm lên. Anh ấy Văn Song, bây giờ 30 tuổi.
Những cái kỷ vật mà của người Mỹ. Bây giờ tôi sưu tập về để làm nên một bộ sưu tập lịch sử về Quảng Trị đó. Đổ ba công ty được để đổ. Hai trăm đô. Lâu rồi, 10 mấy năm rồi. Đô 2008.
Man, there's just a whole collection of amazing things here. And I know that every single one of them have a story. Not only a set of engineers, but combat missions in which they were used. And for that matter, the story of how they were found in the jungle all these years later. And when I look at all these and hold them in my hand, I can really just feel that history to it. Bullets, 50 cal. I do believe that one of the saddest aspects of this whole conflict was the unexploded ordnance, that pollution that actually still exists to this day in the forest. Even now, after 50, 60 years, it still can hurt people. So seeing this, it is a really sad reminder, not only the war itself, but the war and destruction that's still happening to this day. And I think it's fantastic to have such a collection here like this. Lý này, lý tế, anh lý xưa phải không?
Đoàn của quân đội Mỹ viện trợ cho Việt Nam Cộng Hòa.
All right.
Nước nha.
All right, cảm ơn, cảm ơn. I'm out here pedaling the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and I got to admit, I love this kind of weather. Nice and cool, overcast, I can just go forever. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm about to head to the Trung Shun National Cemetery for martyrs.
Standing amidst the expanse of the Trung Shun Cemetery, there's a chilling silence to this sacred space. A place where respect and sorrow intertwine, helping us remember the past, not as a distant historical event, but as many deeply personal tragedies etched into the soul of so many families. The true cost of conflict. Each stone, a marker of a life abruptly ended, of hands that would never build, and hearts that would never grow old. The air itself feels heavy with unspoken farewells. A silent symphony of lives left unfinished. Row upon row, the countless gravestones stretch into the horizon, and each have a story. Passionate spirits that once walked this earth, now reduced to names and dates on a stone. Noticing their ages will break your heart. 19, 16, 18. I can't envision them as soldiers. They were just children. I'm here to contemplate the collective grief of a nation, mourning its brightest and bravest youth. thoughts drift to the Hien Luang Bridge.
So I'm walking here now on the Hien Luang Bridge, and it's right exactly on the 17th parallel, that historic line that separated the North and the South. To this day, it's been restored and now is a common tourist spot for people to come and, of course, really contemplate that history of Vietnam.
The long-awaited moment when the North and South finally came together was not merely a political event, but one of deep emotional healing. A pride in victory that resonated through every village and city across the nation.
I see that darkness and I see the resilience, but I also see the beauty of this whole area. And I think coming through here firsthand, getting a chance to pedal through these roads and visit these spots myself, really opened my eyes to that depth and all of the layers of history out here.